I'm Dina Blizzard. Welcome to One Funny Morning. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen.
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather drawer?
Good morning. Uppie, everybody.
Hey everybody, this is Wendy coming to you from Cincinnati, Ohio, home of 3 major sports teams, a world-class zoo, several art and history museums, as well as a variety of other entertainment venues. Come and visit. It's now time for Uppie with our OFM BIC, Dina Blizzard. Take it away, Dina.
Wendy, that was so good. Good morning, Chicago. Good morning, everybody. We're here. It's a beautiful day. I can't say that my face is up, but it's Friday, y'all. I know. Good morning from a very foggy Kentucky. It's kind of a lovely day. Good morning, all of my friends, said Kim. It is a beautiful day. Maybe it's more beautiful because it's Friday, y'all. I know. Woo woo. I don't really have. I think we should just sit for a second and just take in that it's Friday. Just everybody, just have a moment. It feels like a Wednesday. It feels like I have an incredible amount to do. I also want to say that I made myself a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and I'm about to eat it in front of all of you, which I very rarely do. Kyle, you are all over the place. I got to make that thing for you today. But everybody's talking about Kyle. Everybody's going to Palm Springs. Like, Kyle's going to pick me up from the airport. Kyle's going to let me stay in his house. Kyle's going to do my laundry. Kyle's going to cut my hair. I was like, Kyle's going to be very busy. Is everybody doing something with Kyle? Kyle is basically Mr. California. So Kyle is going to be the most famous person. Nicole, are you coming to Palm Springs? I know Nicole's out there. Look at this jar. Look, I found this jar. I just realized I'm showing this to you for the first time. I found this jar. I think it had flowers in it, but I washed it. And now I drink out of it. It's 32 ounces of liquid, but my kidneys feel great. It's the same size as my head. Look. Brooke was like, what are you doing? I was like, this is who I am now. This is who I am. I like it. I want to find more of them, but I can't find this exact size. It's 32 ounces, y'all. You got to drink like 2 of those a day. But you can't take it on the road with you. Like, this is like a house drink. I don't know. I'm going to eat this. You guys talk to each other. What? I put my coffee in a salsa jar. Band camp is done. All right, Noel. It is a great jar for margaritas. Give me one margarita. I'm singing it in my head. It is lemonade and water mixed together. I'm trying to get off the tea. So I've moved. Yeah. How many margaritas is that jar? 4? You know what happens at 4 margaritas. Yeah. You got to sing the song. Give me one margarita. I use those for salads. What? You put a salad in there and take it to work? Yeah. Both of my adult kids home for the next week. See, I think that sounds great if you were prepared. I was not prepared. Doing Catching the Morning Show. Great start to a Friday. Sarah, look at you stretching. Lemonade and water. I'm pretty sure that's still lemonade. You know, you're not wrong. But I can't drink straight margaritas. Yes, I can. That I can. I cannot drink straight lemonade. It's like too tart for me. So I water it down. Yeah. I had dinner at Cracker Barrel last night and then encountered a lady that looked just like you. Oh, shut up. Jeremy, did she bend over? What, Dina? Why would you say that to Jeremy about you and Cracker Barrel? Oh, don't worry about it. Apparently, wherever Jeremy goes, ladies are just bending over. I don't want to say too much. Like, I think we're way past you saying too much. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to work the date out. It's my son's senior year homecoming that weekend. Ah, of course it is. They'll keep lettuce and fruit longer than any other container. Really? These? I don't even know where the lid is. The best way to water down lemonade is the frosted lemonade at Chick-fil-A. Girl. I think that has dairy in it, doesn't it? I would drink it, but I think it has some dairy in it, and my stomach does not like anything good. I was going to say dairy or gluten, but I feel like my stomach has basically said, remember all the things you used to enjoy? That we're allergic to those, and we will make you poop your pants. So, I mean, it's up to you. Newman's Old Lemonade is wicked good. Wait. Katie, no dairy? Wait, Chick-fil-A's ice cream is dairy-free? Wait, what? Hold on. Are you lying? Can someone confirm this? Yeah, you get to decide your poop, your pants fate. Exactly. Now, I know that I made this sandwich myself. I know there's no gluten in it. There's no dairy in it. But I know there's bacon in it because I put it in there. And I put a lot. And that is I'm going to poop later. And it's not going to be pretty. And I feel like I could say that to you guys because I feel like, yeah, it can't be dairy-free, says Marge. That's what I'm saying. Lisa, you went to the show last night? Oh, my gosh. I got to tell you the funniest story last night. Missy's here. I was talking to Missy on the way down to the show because I was a hot mess. Faith, good morning from Saskatoon. Ice dream instead of ice cream. Hold on a second. This is blowing my mind. Is Chick-fil-A ice cream dairy-free? Question mark. Chick-fil-A ice dream. All right, this is their website. Nutrition standards, something. What does that mean? Okay, that didn't help. Okay, let's go to allergens. Blah, 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 biscuit, blah, blah, entree, side, blah, treats. Peach milkshake, no. White peach lemonade, is that? No. Hold on. Ice dream cone. What is it? I'm so confused. Old-fashioned vanilla taste. Frozen dairy treat. No, this isn't. No, let's go back. I'm sorry. Somebody said something incredibly interesting. Does not offer any dairy-free ice cream options at this time. This was in December of 22. Those are two flavors, a cup and a cone, both of which are made from frozen dairy and taste like vanilla. I don't even know what does that mean? In terms of technical specifications, there's a little difference between the two products. The other person has less fat than the other person. What? Who wrote this? This doesn't even make sense. These desserts could be harmful to someone with lactose intolerance or an allergy to dairy. Yeah, no, this is false. They are not considered ice cream because it does not contain enough milk fat to be considered ice cream. Instead of ice cream, it's been reclassified as ice cream dessert. In dairy-free ice cream, the main ingredient is coconut milk. Okay, so it's not dairy-free. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm glad we did it because I was about to hang up on you, run over to Chick-fil-A and go get. We've fallen down a milkshake rabbit hole. Girl, it was important. Yeah, it's got dairy. But I needed to know. I'm going to need another piece of bacon. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have something called ice milk that has less fat. Yeah. Listen, at this point, very rarely, I don't ever eat gluten on purpose. I love it. My mom's like, I'm gluten-free. I'm like, you're not. You eat gluten. I've seen you just eat it. Like if there was like a jar of gluten. Here's Diana. I don't eat gluten. Like that's actually a jar of gluten. Yeah, but it's just for today. It's because it's Sunday. What? That's not a thing. She told all of us that she was going to bake. This was years ago. I'm a vegetarian. We said, what? Why? Because that's who I am now. Fine. Fast forward 2 months. We're at Easter. She's like, I'll have the steak. We're like, has anybody explained to you vegetarianism? And she was like, no. It's just because it's Easter. I was like, did Jesus rise from the dead and eat a fillet on Easter? Because I don't remember that in the Bible. She's like, no. I'm a vegetarian, but it's Easter. He eats a bean dish followed by a bag of chocolate treats. Uh-huh. Yeah, listen, we should all be on Diana's diet. Mm-hmm. 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 Wait, I gotta get another piece of bacon. Hold on. This is too good. I did a great job. Girl. And Jacqueline is still sleeping. Dean's not feeling well. So I made him a bed. So I was like, you want bacon, egg, and cheese? He was like, no. I was like, great. That's more bacon for me. Jacqueline's not up yet, so I'll eat most of it before she gets up. More bacon for me. And guess who's not getting off the toilet later? What? This is a weird show, Dina. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? You don't want meat. All right, I'll take the lamb. Tell me you're not wrong. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Andrea, I turned the table. We get the window view. Now I got my chainsaw. I didn't start it yet, but I'm going to trim all this back. Judy, I'm going to take some pictures, send them to you. I'm going to put like a wood wall back there so we don't get the glare. That's true. I should go get the frosted lemonade. I'm going to be in the bathroom anyway. Why not just do it up? No, I would die. Mm-hmm. The door is open. It's pretty beautiful today. I'm sorry I'm eating in front of you, but I want you to know this is like the happiest I've ever been. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Andrea, you'd be so impressed with me landscaping. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's see, I bought a chainsaw on a stick. And this will most likely be the last time you see me with all my fingers. So let's just, mm-hmm. 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 Judy, what did you send me? I don't see anything from you. All right. I feel so much better. I just want you to know this is the happiest. I'm going to eat this bacon. I love bacon. I'm done. No, I'm not. Carol, Jurgen and Wim are on Monday. You do not want to miss it. Joining us live from Belgium Monday morning. Why does it look so bright at your house? It's great at my house, and we're not that far from each other. You mean outside? I don't know. You can't stop. I sent you 3 texts. Judy, you should know. This is how texts work at my house. Missy knows. The texts come in. I read them. I absorb them. In my mind, Judy, I've answered you. We've had some discourse about it. We maybe even just made a Pinterest board about all of it. And I emailed you back in a timely fashion. Texted you. In reality, I read it. A lot of stuff happened. I was like, oh my God, Judy, that's such a good idea. But it was mostly like in my head. And then I'll be like, oh, did I text Judy back? But like a week later. I'm not good. Let me see what you wrote. So just know that about me, Judy. Here it is. Oh, I did see that. Oh, Judy, I was so excited when I got it. That was so funny. No, I did. I got all these. I especially like the last one. Yeah. So I got them, Judy. They're in. I don't think I've ever eaten bacon on the morning show. And I gotta say, that was a mistake. Anyway, so it's Friday, y'all. Let me tell you about yesterday. So yesterday, I have a gig last night. A friend of mine texts and says, oh my gosh, I didn't realize we were on the show together. Do you want to pick you up? I'm not far from you. I said, yeah, sure. What time? She said, let's say 5 o'clock, trying to get to the shore. I said, yeah. So Dean says, can I borrow your car? Because Jacqueline doesn't have a car. And I basically told her, you better pick out a car tomorrow or I'm going to go and buy you a car in the morning. And whatever I buy you is what you have. I think she gets overwhelmed. I don't know if everybody, but I'm like, she saves some money. We matched her money. She has the money. She has a budget. All you got to do is point to a car. I have to approve it for safety reasons. And then you have a car and that's it. But no interest, but she keeps borrowing everybody's car. That's what we're done. So Dean says, can I borrow a car? I said, yeah, you can borrow it because my friend is picking me up at 5 to go to this gig. Fine. Then Brooke says, can I go to your show tonight? Because it's down shore. I said, yeah, I'm sure you can. Let me just call the booker and make sure there's room for you and Aunt Joni, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Call the booker. I said, hey, looking forward to tonight. Any chance, do you have any room if I bring my daughter and the aunt? Blah, blah, blah. And he writes back, I think you're messaging the wrong person because our gig isn't till next Friday. And I was like, what was that? He's like, I think that you're at the JCC tonight in a completely different town. And I was like, does that sound familiar? And then I was like, well, wait, what gig is Bob talking about? Bob, the one that's picking me up. I was like, so is Bob on this show? He was like, and I think you're by yourself. I was like, thank you for telling me. So Bob's not coming. Bob's picking me up next Friday. for a gig next Friday. So now I realize that A, I was going to the wrong place. B, I don't have a car. C, Bob's not coming. So now I'm calling everybody. I'm like, I need a car. Somebody needs to get me a car here right now. Dean's like, I don't know if I can get you your car in time. I go, let's be clear. That is my car. So you had better figure out how to get my car here. Yep, I'm gonna be driving a lawnmower essentially down. Chris is like, I got a car. You can borrow this car. I said, I'm getting my car back. And they had borrowed my car here and there for like 24 hours. Trash everywhere. Oh, you should. I was a beast. I was a beast yesterday. Does anybody get, as what we like to call in the Italian culture, a beast? That's when you yell at everybody. You yell at everybody for everything because you're done. My house is trashed. That's why outside looks so nice. I spent a lot of time cleaning this up, making it nice. You want to know why? Because everything in here is dirty. Everything. I cleaned up a stomp around. There was gas in it, surprisingly, Renee, because I had just filled it up, and I was like, I know none of them filled it up, but somebody filled it up. So I got like a beast in the driveway, and as I was getting like a beast, I look at all their faces. This is Dean and Jacqueline, and they're both like this. I go, what's wrong? This car is trash. This inside is trash. And I'm a beast. I'm yelling at everybody. And they're like, and then you're like, are you okay? They're like, not really. This is due and I didn't do this. I don't feel good. And then you have to feel bad. Can't say I'm a beast. I just do everything quietly. Then they know I'm mad when I say nothing. Oh, not me, Tara. Oh, you gonna know. I'm ready to shark it all. And I was like, no more things in the house. I told him, I said, if I find any shoes in common areas, I'm treating everything like a dorm. Kitchen's a common area, living room, common area, bathrooms, common area. If I find any of your crap in a common area, it's going on the front yard. Front yard. I don't care. My house is nice. Nobody's gonna notice if there's some random shoes out front. And if they did, they'd be like, she a beast. They're gonna know. I feel like people could just start throwing their kids' stuff on the front yard, and we would all have an agreement that we wouldn't think that you're trashy. We just know that you are done, that you are about to move, or your kids are about to be kicked out. Anyway, I start driving. Now I know I'm going to be late. So I call the right booker. I call this guy. Now I don't talk to people. Like Wendy books everything. So I like only talk to people like the night of an event. So I hadn't really talked to him. So like I'm trying to like figure out like what's our tone? Like, are you fun? So I was like, all right, show was at 7. I think I was going to arrive at 6:59. That's not preferential. I like to get there a half hour early, but the Lord decided that that was not the case. You know what I'm saying? You know how you're like, I'm a 30 minutes early person. That's who I am. But then sometimes you're like, you know what? I could be a 15-minute. I can adjust and be a 15-minute early because my kids are all equal, and I will make that adjustment. And then as time goes on, you're like, okay, all right. I could be 5 minutes early. I could do it. I could just be 5 minutes early. I'm going to be a 1 minute before the show. I'm not going to freak out. You know what? I was glad. I was glad it wasn't 15 minutes past 7. So I was just, but your anxiety. So I call him and I was like, hello. He's like, Dina. He was so fun. And I was like, okay, all right. He was like, what's up, girl? I was like, okay, you're fine. Funny thing happened. I am coming. Because that's really all they want to. And I'll be right. I mean, when I say on time, I mean like exactly on time. 30 seconds left to spare. And so he was very lovely. And he was like, I said, is there anywhere to park? He said, girl, I got cones out front. You can park right by the cones. I said, okay. So I pulled up, zipped in, and it was lovely. It was a lovely show. I would say it was definitely like an older crowd, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see people, which is probably a good thing. So I don't know. You could be 5, you could be 95. I don't know who's out there. I don't care. Let me be honest. But there were 3 couples right up front, and they were adorable. One was a lawyer who apparently was like a huge judge or something down there, and he was like a bigwig. I don't know. He's a guy named Steve. That's all I know. I said, Steve, which street you live on? And he tells me, like a crazy person. I said, okay, I will come find you. Because it's a nice town. I was like, I'm going to come to your house. And then I have had contact lenses, actually, Carmen, my whole life. And they worked well for me until I got old. And then you got to do like one eye is far and one eye is close and that whole thing. So I did that. But I have Sjogren's disease. So eventually everything dries out. Your eyes fall out, your teeth fall out, your vagina falls out. And so my eyes have gotten a little more dry. So I knew eventually I wasn't going to be able to wear them. And the pandemic kind of locked that in. I tried to put them in one other time. Then I was like, no, I'm done. So they were super fun. And then one of the guys was a gynecologist. So girl, I was like, let's talk. And his wife was so lovely. They had been married for 53 years. And I was like, is it weird? He says, I have delivered 4,000 babies. I said, 4,000? I said, you kept track? That's a lot of babies. He said, yeah. I said, so you saw at least 4,000 vaginas. He goes, I saw way more than 4,000 vaginas. I was like, 20,000 vaginas for every 4 that have delivered. Yeah. Yeah, I can't have LASIK because of the Sjogren's. So he's seen so many vaginas. So I said to his wife, I said, now, you two been married a long time. She's like, yes. I said, is it weird? Like, you're like, oh, you saw all these vaginas. Like, is that weird? She was like, no. She goes, I used to actually work in the office. I said, what? Is that how you met? You were like, I'm going to snag me a gynecologist. Like that? She's like, no. We were already married. I said, that's even weirder. I said, so you are at the front desk and you like registering people. She's like, yeah, I worked in the office. We had a great time. I said, what? I said, were you ever out there like patting them on the back? Go get them. You go get them. That's weird. You go check out those vaginas. Weird. 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 Yeah, he's a crawl space specialist. Should have told him. But adorable. It sounds like my gynecologist. His daughter is also a gynecologist. What? A friend of mine married her gynecologist? Awkward. What? No. Can you imagine? All right, you're like this. How does that go down? I mean, how does that start? I'd be like, so you've been busy lately? No, not really. I'm divorced now. Oh, and it pops up, you're divorced now? Yeah, I am. Okay, good. So are you on the dating apps? Yeah, here and there. How you been out of that? This looks great, by the way. Thank you. I've been, back on the scene. So, did you want to grab lunch? I would love. What are you thinking? What? What, Missy? How do you do that? What? How do you? Yeah. That's common in private practice. A lot of women assume I'm my boss's wife. Nope. No. My hair's out of switch gun because hers was too handsome. Oh, could you imagine? They'd be like, wait, you're the gynecologist? Oh, no. I'm going to need to get, you need to get an old, ugly man in here very quickly. They'd be like, no, it's fine. I'm part of the, no. Blood is already, no. Get an ugly person in here immediately. What are you talking about? What? I can't. No, I cannot. No, gynecologists should all be ugly. I shouldn't say that because my gynecologist is beautiful. Her name is Pam and I love her to death. But we're not dating. So she's never asked me out to lunch. I've asked her to be on this show a number of times. I was listening from the other. I come in and legs are up. Well, how do you even start that relationship? Things look great down here. Thank you. You know, I was just wondering, like, are you available later? I should put pants on. But then I probably would be available. Unless, are we on a date right now? Because if we are, I am a whore. So I feel like we're moving backward. We need to move backwards. He's still hot. Oh my gosh. He delivered my boys 22 and 23 years ago. Haven't seen him since last year. He's still hot. Oh, no. I only want ugly gynecologists. My friend's gynecologist name is Dr. Bush. Shut up. No. I had a female gynecologist ask me out in my 30s. It was a hard no. What? I'd be like, girl, I was not ready for this. I was not ready. You were all up in it. No. I had a hot eye doctor too. I changed insurance and he wasn't on the new one. It would take the pressure off your first night together if he's seen you already. Yeah, I'd be like, could you? All right. So let's say you already did that, and then you're like, you're at dinner, and you're like, so, like, what do you like to do for fun? Oh, I know what you. Okay. All right. Do you have any hobby? Okay, that's probably a hobby. So have you? Do you travel a lot? Have you seen anything interesting? You saw that. Okay, that was fine. So, yeah, I'm going to need to just, I will go out. I'm just going to need to see your penis real quick. I mean, just if you could just pull your pants and then it's fair. Because it feels like unfair, really. Is that just a little peek? Okay. All right. You want to get ice cream? This is why I cannot date a gynecologist. I said last night, I'm just saying it would be impossible. It would be impossible for me to go because the entire time that I was on a date with a gynecologist, I'd be like, is this supposed to be here? Like, I wasn't, is that right? Is it, and like a scale of 1 to 10, what does this do? I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? I would just have so many questions. And he'd be like, do you want to talk about something? No. Why would I want to talk about something else when you're here? And this is here. So many questions. So many. And I can't really ask other dates. Like if I was on a date with like a mechanic, I was like, what does this do? Like that would be weird. But for you, you can ask me anything about comedy. He's like, I don't really have a lot of, I have so many questions. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Am I normal? Is this supposed to hang? I'm wondering. I mean, you've seen more than I have. Really only seen mine and Jacqueline and Brooks. And not lately. So you're here. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. I think you should have bacon every day. You're hilarious. Yeah, no, I would not marry my colonoscopy doctor. I can tell you that right now. No. Nope. Can you imagine coming out of that and be like, we think that the procedure went well. Oh, okay, good. Don't need like polyps or anything? No, clean as a whistle. Well, thank you very much. Be like, yeah, so I'm really into like girls who like no polyps. So I was like, are you free later? I'd be like, weren't you just in? No. I don't have a lot of questions. Do you know a gynecologist that I can go with? I'm just saying. I have a PowerPoint. Let's go through all the structures of the vagina. I'm just saying. My sister and I have the same guy, and he and I went out for dinner one night, and after drinks, I asked him if my JJ looked better than my sister's. Julie? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What'd he say? What? It was creepy. She was also a customer at the flower shop, and she kept dropping in to talk. I told her I was happily married. She admitted she was looking for someone to have a baby, and I was tall. What? So crazy. Shamefully, I did. Did he say you did? He'd have to. He'd be like, yours is so much, right? I mean, you'd have to say yes, right? So crazy. I'm guessing if your gynecologist asks, he does think your JJ is fabulous. I don't even know how you know if one was good or not. I mean, they all look so different. I remember there was some art installation where it was like a whole bunch of close-up shots of that, but all in one poster. And they did not look alike. They didn't. It was the most I've ever seen at one time. I mean, I've never seen another. I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen any. So that was the most I'd ever seen just in general. He said, I have no idea. And I said, you could be a good friend and just lie. Julie, I love that you were berating him. Yeah, sure had to grab headphones. You should. Yeah. It's very, very different, said Marla. After my first colonoscopy, I went to my back to school night. My doctor was there. His son was in my daughter's class. So awkward. No. Are we all wondering how our dream catchers would rate on a scale of 1 to 10? Is it just me? Well, we all go to Julie's doctor and we're all 10s. We're all 10s. Listen, I'm just saying. These are actual conversations. I love the doc who did my colonoscopy. Really? Would you go out on a date with him? Because I don't think so. I mean, let's say you go on a date with your colonoscopy doctor. Fine. What are you talking about? What are you going to talk about on your date? So, how was work? And then we started to answer. He'd be like, I didn't really want to know how your work was. No. Nope. I'm not in. Yeah. I always go to a female for a pep. They always make sure all the equipment is warm. No, I don't want to live in a small town where I know all the doctors and medical people outside of their profession. Nope. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know what I do remember is, I don't know, like, I had a lot of problems with my kidneys. So I had to go to some specialist. And it was a urogynecologist. So it was like urinary and gynecological at the same time. So it's already uncomfortable, but he was handsome. So it was like weird. And then now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because I want to know who says no. How many times have you been at a doctor's appointment, procedure, something? You're naked. And there's a whole bunch of other people about to see you naked. And then they come up to you and then they say, Mrs. Blizzard, would it be okay to have a team of residents come in while we do this procedure so that they can continue with their training? How many people, when faced with this question, totally freeze and just say yes, because you don't want to be rude and you don't want to stop people from learning? But why they got to learn on your privates? And so you say, yeah, of course. Do some people say no? I always say yes. And I always regret it. Yeah, if I get a big old discount. Oh, I made that mistake when I was pregnant with my daughter. Yeah. You say no? No, I've never said no. That happened with my firstborn. I swear I'm rude. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not being in so much pain. I didn't care. My best friend to go to specials and turn it down. There's a guy we went to high school with. I had a whole nursing class watch my childbirth. Like in the moment when it's happening, you're like having a baby. They're like, can we bring a room full of fourth graders in? You're like, sure, I don't care. Get the baby out. Like, I don't think it's fair to like ask somebody when they're like up in it. My son was signing me away to all the learning students. Yep. Like in that moment, you're like, I don't give a crap what you do. I just want this to stop. So I always say yes. And then later I go, how many people saw my vagina? I said a lot of people, because I feel like there was a basketball team that saw my vagina. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't say no, Kathy. Couldn't say no. I dated my primary doctor in high school. No. A team of them, but I asked them to a resident. Oh, Missy says, all are welcome. Bring you're hungry, you're poor, whatever else that is. You huddled masses. Listen, next time they ask, do that speech. Just use the word huddled masses, please. Yeah. I said yes. When I started to scream during the birth, he ran out of the room. Yeah, well, that's what you get. This is what this looks. You wanted to know what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And I didn't even care. There were 30 people seeing everything. I'm typically modest about. Yep. It's so funny. Yeah, exactly. I think it's hilarious that your husband signed off. Like you're over there screaming in pain. He's like, you know what? She probably wants a lot more people to see this. So yeah, bring him in. Yeah, no, you too. Huddled mass, bring him in. Yeah, she would love that. I mean, I'm all for science. I told my husband he could sell tickets when I delivered and make some money. I was never going to see them again. Exactly. So until you do, until they ask you out on a date, Carmen, and then you're like, oh, like, how did we meet again? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You start dating your gynecologist and you get married. Years go by and people are like, so how did you guys meet? Well, it's such a funny story, right? My vagina was out and it was it was a copay involved. that's how that's when we first fell in love. Like, he was like doing the exam, and then I said something that was funny, probably. And then he popped up, from the thing. And he was like, what? And I looked in his eyes and I was like, this is nice. And then it was it. We fell in love. They would check that lady's suit because she didn't get permission. It was a while ago. Come in surgery, they check the women's suit. Yeah, no. I saw a video of the husband was gagging while his wife was pushing all the time, holding her hand. Some men are not meant to handle things that women can do. They just, can you get out of here? You just make it I'll hold the hand of somebody that won't gag. Just stop it. Girl, I got a high deductible. Girls got to do what a girl's got to do. So you start dating gynecologists for a free exam. He's like, how you like this? Oh, I love it. Can you just do a quick pap while you're down there? What? Yeah, no, I just love this. This is so great. You can flip me over, whatever. But if at some point you could just do like a quick pap, before in the morning, that would be great. But are we just on a date so I could give you a pep? No, I am totally into you. Totally. It's just that there's a lapse on my health insurance, and I mean, you're down there and you know what to do. One of my patients had a peacock tattooed across her lady parts. Feathers went down the thighs. I was impressed with the artwork. And then her husband said, hold up. And then, all right. And then her husband said from behind me, if you're impressed with that, look at this. I should have never turned around. He had his snake tattoo out in all of its what? When I was pregnant, waiting for a checkup, and they were doing an internal, my husband was with me and said, I'll step out. And my gyno turned around and said, if you plan on being in here, you should probably stay in the room now. Yep. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So no more asking the patients? What? Wow. Wow. Yeah. So crazy. Who knew? All these stories are how did we get to here? What are we talking about? Where did we start? I was talking about bacon. And then somebody, I think, said somebody started dating her gynecologist. That's where it was. You do hear water, Mooney. There's a fountain right here. See the water? It's on the ground. I'm going to move it out a little so you guys can see it during the show. Let me try. It's probably going to tip over if I try to move it. Can you see it? Whoop. Now you can see me. That looks like it's too close to the door. Let's try that. I don't think you can see it yet. A little bit. What? Yeah. I need some of that bacon. Yeah. Oh, the comedy show last night. That's it. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it's my favorite, that fountain. But he's a plumber, so like something needs to be fixed. Do the dogs drink from the fountain? Sometimes. The fountain was out front for a little while, but the days were so hot, the water would dry up. And once it dries up, then the motor runs and breaks. So I moved it back here. It's quite lovely. quite lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I gotta figure out where its final resting spot will be, but it's so pretty. Yeah. Anyway, well, drinking of the dogs happened. I missed it. Sorry. Anyway, so this weekend, we're going to be getting the house ready, building an apartment for Dean downstairs, getting Jacqueline situated, getting a bunny out in the shed so it's not my house anymore. I do have to get that pump, Judy. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I'm going to do a whole bunch of nothing this weekend. I'm going to go see my girlfriend. She has her daughter, just got into Rowan. So we're going to go to that party. A bunny. Oh, Chris, you miss it? Yeah, I got a bunny now because my life isn't dumb enough. I got to get a bunny. I didn't get a bunny, Chris. It came home with a child. And no one's eaten it yet. I think the only reason it's alive is because Lulu hasn't seen it move. But if that bunny ever tried to hop, I'm going to hop right in her mouth. Oh, you going to come say hi? We didn't say hi to you today. She was just sitting here. She was like, where's my chair? Where's my chair? She knows now. Come on. It's time. Time for your close-up. Come on. Let's say bye to everybody. Come on. Your star. It's still named Munster. Yes, it's still named Munster. It's not in a cage. It's in a pen. So it's like brown little pen. You smell. Like, why you say this in front of all these people? You smell a little. Do you know that? It's like, I didn't. That's not nice. Oh, drinking of dogs is happening. Bless your sister. Okay. Morning, all. Going to go see Missy this weekend. Just trying to decide which night. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, the rabbit's name is Munster. I call it Snack because that's what it'll be when Lulu eats it. The blue pool is cleaned out, so I'm gonna go see if I can get a hanger for it and hang it on the fence. Let me write that. Somebody write that down. Carmen, write that down. Lots of help. They were open, then it was been trained, but in the middle of the child ripping. No, Lisa. I don't like anything you wrote. The Belgian boys will be on Monday, so make sure we are kicking off Ugly Monday with some fabulous boys from Belgium. So you're not going to want to miss it. We haven't checked in with them since the cruise. So that has to be about a month ago. So we have to see how it goes. Look at this face. Look at this face. Got it. Hook for the blue pool. I should. I'll recreate all of Dean's pictures. Are going to go live when you cut the trees, probably. Right, Lou? I love when she does this. She's like, I'm just going to lay here on your boob. What are you doing? Why are you being so pretty? Why are you being so pretty? Exactly, Tanya. No more bunnies, or there'll be more bunnies. Exactly. So I'm going to be kind of nesting the next few days. I just pulled the bed out for Dean. Now he was sleeping on the couch until we got the room ready downstairs, but now he's sick, and then I felt bad, so I had to pull the bed out upstairs. So hopefully he feels better. Yeah. I know. Sunshine and a pool and a long weekend. Who could ask for more? I know. I got a job, so I have to start missing most of the morning shows. It's okay, Amber. You can catch them later. It'll still be funny at nighttime. There's a lot of people. I didn't realize how many people watch our show in the evenings. So I'm glad. I'm glad that you can kind of watch whenever it's convenient, and hopefully it's just as funny. And Lulu is just as entertaining, I'm sure. I know nesting does sound good. We've been doing lots of stuff here at the house, right? As we get ready for the fall. So let's say a couple of Lulu's words and see how she reacts. So later on, I'll be going outside. And then I'm probably going to get some food to feed the birds. But I'll probably get a treat later and go for a ride. Oh, wait. In my car. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Still my favorite part of the whole show. And I'm at work now with headphones on. All right, Penny. Well, we're happy to have you. All right, sit down. Let's do our goodbye. All right, everybody. Well, have a great weekend. We had kind of a fun week. We got to talk to Ian yesterday. I think Lulu got a lot out of that sex conversation, right? You and I were talking about it after the show, and you really liked him, and you asked a lot of questions you were too afraid to ask on your own because you're shy. But only when you want to go for a walk. So have a great weekend, and I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about come Monday morning. It should be a nice, boring week at home, which I'm greatly looking forward to. Brooke gets her wisdom teeth out the following Monday. There's a lot. And then things are gonna start to rev up, and then we're heading to Myrtle Beach with this face. Oh, Lulu, did you want to go to Myrtle Beach? You want to go to Myrtle Beach? Oh, what? I know. All right, everybody. Like Judy from Saskatoon says, do something nice for yourself and for others. Be good to yourself. Have a great weekend, a blessed weekend. Laugh a little. Do something fun. But thanks for watching as always. And I will see you guys on Monday morning. All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see